The day the oracle went silent. For over 1,000 years, kings, warriors, and empires listened to one voice, a woman in trance, breathing vapors from the earth, speaking the will of a god. But then, one day, the oracle went silent. No warnings, no last prophecy, just silence. And we still don't know why. In this video, we go deep into the lost power of Delphi. A temple perched above fault lines, a priestess shrouded in mystery, underground vapors that triggered visions, and the final question ever asked of the oracle. From myth and murder to science and silence, we'll trace the ancient heartbeat of Delphi and reveal why it still echoes in us today. Long before the first prophecy, there was a stone. Zeus, king of the gods, released two eagles from opposite ends of the world. Where they met, he cast a sacred stone to mark the center of the earth. It landed at Delphi. That stone, called the Omphalos, became the spiritual navel of the ancient world, a place where mortals could connect with the divine. Zeus gave this sacred site to his son, Apollo. But it wasn't empty. Delphi was guarded by a serpent-like creature named Python. Apollo slew it and claimed the land. From the blood of Python, legend says, came the power of prophecy, and with it, a woman, the Pythia. Delphi wasn't just a city, it was the city. The Greeks called it the navel of the world, Omphalos. Here, they believed, the gods met mankind. At its heart stood the temple of Apollo, a marble sanctuary with columns that once shimmered in the sun, built above sacred ground, soaked in myth and reverence. Its steps worn smooth by centuries of believers. Inside, a chamber only few could enter. There, seated above a fissure in the earth, was the Pythia, Apollo's mouthpiece. She didn't speak. She chanted, shook, collapsed. And out of that trance came words that could shape destinies. People came from across the known world to ask one question. The Pythia would fast, bathe, chew laurel leaves, and descend into the Adyton, the inner sanctum. There, she sat on a bronze tripod over a mysterious crack in the earth. From it rose vapors. Modern science has confirmed Delphi sits on two fault lines, and from below may have risen ethylene gas, sweet-smelling and mind-altering. At the right dose, it causes visions, trance, even ecstasy. The ancients didn't call it chemistry, they called it divine presence. It wasn't just what she said, it was how it made them feel. The Oracle of Delphi didn't just guide personal lives, she shaped empires. Croesus of Lydia asked if he should go to war. The oracle replied, "If you cross the river, a great empire will fall." He did, and his own empire collapsed. Leaders like Themistocles, Alexander the Great, even the poet Homer and the philosopher Socrates, all sought her voice. They didn't just want answers, they wanted reassurance, meaning, direction, just like we do today. By the 4th century AD, the oracle's voice weakened. The crowds thinned, the gods grew quiet. Then came Christianity, and the world shifted. In 391 AD, Emperor Theodosius banned pagan rites, but one man still believed, Emperor Julian. He asked the oracle one final question. The Pythia answered, "Tell the king the fair-built hall has fallen. Apollo has no house, no oracle, no laurel. The spring is silent." A farewell to an era, a surrender to silence. Some say she meant the collapse of Apollo's temple. Others believe she was warning us that without mystery, ritual, and connection, something vital dies in us. You can still walk Delphi's ancient paths, the theater, the treasuries, the temple's fallen stones, but the Adyton, gone. Geologists have mapped the faults, measured the gases. Historians have rebuilt the rites, but the voice, the energy, the awe, that remains out of reach. Maybe because it was never just in the earth, maybe it was always in us. The Oracle of Delphi wasn't just a woman in a trance. She was a reflection of our longing for clarity, our fear of the unknown, our desire to believe there's something more than chance. Delphi made people stop and listen. In a world that moves too fast, maybe that's what we're missing. Because even today, we all want what they wanted. A sign, a direction, a whisper from something greater. And maybe the spring still speaks, but only if we remember how to listen. If this story stirred something in you, leave a comment and tell us, was the Oracle divine, delusional, or something deeper? Hit like if you believe ancient voices still echo, and subscribe to Behind the Mask 365 for more buried truths, mysteries that won't stay silent, and stories that still speak to us today.